If you're watching this right now, there's a good chance you're really into cars. And that means you can probably tell which car passes you on the freeway going in the opposite direction with just a quick glimpse of its headlights or the shape of its greenhouse. But if you're scratching your head wondering what this car is, that's okay, because I just recently discovered it at the Barrett-Jackson Scottsdale Auction. This is the N2A Motors Anteros, and underneath all those curves and bulges is a 2005 Chevrolet Corvette. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Derek Shaky with the Collector Car Network. Back in 2005, the iPhone didn't exist, and we were a year away from Daniel Craig's debut as James Bond. But fortunately, 2005 was also the first model year of the 6th generation Corvette. Like its predecessor, the C6 had a fighter jet-inspired silhouette, but it was shorter and narrower and rode on a longer wheelbase, all of which made the new Corvette appear leaner and sharper. Chevy also made significant changes to its lights, replacing the C5's pop-ups with exposed headlights and going back to round taillights. At the time, those were major departures, but they actually connected the C6 to its ancestors. The Corvette had fixed headlights up until the early 60s, which is also when it started using round taillights. If you ask me, the C6's round taillights remind me of the ones on the first series of C4 Corvettes. They also make me think of shark eyes, giving the C6 a predatory look. Concealed door popper pads provided access to the completely new interior, which featured conveniences such as push-button start, an available touchscreen infotainment system, and a larger yet lighter removable roof panel for coupes. Another big change to the C6 was under the hood. Chevy dropped the LS1 for the larger and more powerful LS2 6-liter V8, which generated an even 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. Transmission options remained a 6-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic, which was later updated to a 6-speed. So at this point, you're probably wondering what exactly is N2A Motors and what's the story behind the Anteros? Well, N2A was founded by automotive and aerospace engineer Gene Langmesser to create unique cars, meaning no two alike, hence N2A, that combine the best of classic and modern sports cars with 21st century performance, safety, and reliability. The Italian-influenced Anteros started as a regular C6 Corvette, but then N2A removed all the factory bodywork and installed new carbon composite panels, a process which altogether took about 800 hours. Let's walk around to see how different the Anteros is compared to a C6. The middle of the front end flares out to this pronounced mesh-filled opening. I don't know about you, but it reminds me of the Ferrari 250 Testarossa. The position of the fog lights adds a touch of the 275. The headlights flow right into the curves of the fenders. Between those is the vented hood, which covers the LS2. As you can see, N2A changed everything else, but it left the LS2 as it was. There's no embellishment here, just straight up American V8 power. The cockpit is a mix of stock Corvette and N2A special touches. It still has the C6's 4-spoke steering wheel, center stack, shifter, and other basic hardware, but N2A elevated the interior in certain areas. It changed the leather seats and added a leather dashboard, leather-wrapped panels, Italian carpeting, and wide stripes of glossy wood trim. Another part of N2A's build process is swapping out the Corvette stock wheels for a set of its split-spoke wheels, which gives you a great view of the red wheelwood calipers and drilled and slotted rotors. I can see more 275 DNA in these vertical vents. So there's a lot going on with this car visually, but most of it is tied together with this line. So it starts here in front of the front wheels, goes all the way back, dips down a little bit, and then it gracefully arcs over the rear wheels and then seems to wrap around the rear end of the car, which brings me to my favorite part of the Anteros, the rear end. So we'll start up here with these flying buttresses on the sides, nice and sculpted and dramatic. They taper to this point here, and in between there's this upright rear window. So like I said, these taper to a nice point. They draw your eye to this integrated rear spoiler, And this is my favorite part of the car. This part right here, you know, it's just nice and simple because you have all these curves, all of this drama, and then this is kind of a nice contrast to it. Just a nice flat panel, these almost oval shaped simple taillights, and then this Anteros script badge right in the middle. And then down below, you've got more mesh panels right there, mesh inserts in these panels, and then a quartet of pipes that let out the LS2's Thunder. All right, everyone, thank you for joining me for this up-close look at a very unusual 2005 Chevrolet Corvette. Now that you know what an Anteros is, let me know in the comments below which Italian cars you see in its design. And be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already for more coverage from Barrett-Jackson Auctions.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching our video. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And remember to comment down below your thoughts. If you want to collect a car of your own, check out our website at classiccars.com, which is our online marketplace with over 30,000 listings live on the site. Also, be sure to check out our sister website, Auto Hunter, which is our 7-day online auction. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next video.